Hey Jen, this is an instructional video for some things I want you to do on you can do these on your on and off days. So I only noticed two things in the videos you sent to me the other day, and I believe they're gonna be really easy fixes. First one, and I would say the pressing one, literally the one that needs to be worked on the most, is when you press. You are pressing forward, and this is very common. But it's linked to a number of problems in the future, and it's really not how you want to be pressing. You want the weight to be going straight up and down. You want to be going exactly against gravity and going straight up, so that this object that you're pressing moves in a line that is as close to perpendicular to the ground as you could possibly get. You don't want any diagonal motion at all when you press. So, you're gonna do this with a broomstick, and you can start making about a W with your upper body, your arms forward, just slightly, but like the bar is right about below your chin. You are going to get tight, pretend that this thing weighs 1,000 pounds. First thing you're gonna do is apply pressure like this. You're gonna don't try to, but very slightly bend it like this. So you're bending the broomstick like that. You're gonna notice your elbows fire in. What you're gonna notice is they're gonna fire right below your wrists. That's what you're looking for. So that now, elbows to wrist makes pretty much a straight perpendicular line to the ground. You're gonna press it above your head so that your arms are at your ears. You can record yourself doing this. I'd probably advise it. And you are going to be looking at that video to see whether or not you cover your ears. You're not pressing in front of you. Step by step, plant yourself into the ground. Activate your core by tucking your hips. Absolutely no butt sticking out here. Tuck your hips. Core activated. Long and tall on your head. Make a W. Twist and press. Just like that. Straight up and down. Do your best to lock your elbows out. I've seen your shoulder mobility, so I don't think it's a mobility thing. I think it's just a need for practice. Arms as locked out as possible. Up and down. Just like that. Super simple. The other end, it would not be bad to pick up a really light weight, say like 5 pounds or so. You just practice your one-hand press. Just practice it. Just go from your press position, out, and up, and then back. I'm not pressing like this. You should start with a sweep motion. Here to here. Press through it, bring it back down. You'll work on those two things. There should be repetitions attached. The other thing I noticed, and this is incredibly common in the kettlebell swing, is dropping your hips to activate your lower body. After the weight is up here, people drop their hips. And this is not ideal. This is inefficient. It's squatting your swing, and a kettlebell swing is meant to be a hinge. We will do squats when it's time for squats. Here we want to hinge. The movement of your hips is back, as if there is a rope around your waist and someone is tugging on that rope. You want to stay planted to the ground. You're not going to squat down in that motion. You're going to be pulled backwards like this, so that your chest drops as a result of your hips going back. The exercise for this is called the kettlebell high hinge chest drop. You're going to stand with your feet more than shoulder width apart, or in the position you're doing your kettlebell swings in. If your feet are not wider than shoulder width apart in your swings, it is time to add that. You're going to hold your weight, and do this with your 15-pound kettlebell at first. Do it with the lighter one. Don't start with your 26-pound kettlebell, but I'm certain you'll be able to progress to that. The bottom of the weight, you're going to grip it from the horns like this, with your palms covering the ball. And you're going to press the bottom of the kettlebell into the soft spot just below your sternum. You are going to apply pressure as if you're trying to rip the kettlebell in half. Don't try too hard, because obviously you're not going to, and you don't want to exhaust yourself. But you're applying pressure like that, and what you're going to notice is your elbows go into your body, your chest goes up, your shoulders go back. This is the minimal amount of tension you can have during this exercise. And then all you're going to do is bring your hips back. Only hips back. Get them as far behind you as possible. Do this slowly at first. Your knees bend, but very little. It's a passive bend. Your knees don't bend forward like this. They bend in order to let your hips go back, and your chest drops. Do not drop your chest. Control this entire thing through your hips. Back and up. Back and up. And when you stand up in a plank-like position. Don't go back like this. Don't relax. Tight. Those are your exercises. Record them, analyze them, and let me see them as well. Thank you.